I try to violate the norm of, when you walk into a store, someone will walk up to you and say, "Oh, how are you? What do you need? Is there anything I can help you with? What are you trying to find?" And most likely what you normally say is, "Oh no, I'm just looking around," or "I'm looking for this." Well, what you're normally looking for has something to do with the store. Instead, what I ended up saying was, "I'm looking for a pickle," or "Can you help me find a pickle?" And then led that into a discussion if it was available. Before I broke the norm, I felt a little awkward. I wasn't sure what to do. Like, I understood what I was going to do personally, but I didn't know how to measure what the reactions were. It got easier and a little more fun once I actually started it, but definitely was odd trying to start it off. I think I felt this way because it wasn't something I was able to just go in and do something different. I had to hopefully have someone come up to me so I could do my reaction. It was almost a give and take, and if no one asked me, "Oh, what are you looking for?" I didn't know what to do then. It's not something you do. So I think it just felt weird because it's not something you go ask someone for all the day, is that you're looking for a pickle. As I attempted to do the social norm break Folkway thing, I still felt a little awkward, but it's got a lot more fun as time went on, so I was able to, mess with the people a little more. Okay, maybe it was just that I like messing with people, but it was fun as I started breaking the norm. The reactions of people differ depending of what store I was going into and what person was there. I noticed that if they were older, they seemed to be a lot more they thought, "Oh, just some kid messing around." They didn't take it seriously at all, so they just kind of waved it off. And the younger they were, they seemed more confused, took it a little more literal. It was kind of cool to just watch your reactions as the two different generations thing. I also noticed that the men were a lot more serious about what was being said. They just kind of looked and went, "Yeah, can I help you with anything, actually? Because that's not a thing." Yeah, I'm looking for a pickle.
What?
I'm looking for a pickle.
A pickle?
Yeah.
Okay. How can I help you out with that?
And then, if they were younger and they were female, they totally went with it. I mean, if they knew what was going on, they totally just went with it. It was awesome. Hello. I happen to be looking for a pickle. Do you know where I might be able to... A pickle? Yeah. You might know where I might be able to get one? No. You can try the food court. Food court? Like food court. That's upstairs. Awesome. Yeah, honestly, I don't know this mall very well, so I don't know if they have... Do you know which store it's from? They have a pickle store here? No, which store is the food court by? Oh, yeah, pickle store, sorry. Do you know if the food court has pickles? Yeah.
You want a whole pickle?
I just want a pickle. I have a friend craving a pickle. No, she just happens to be craving a pickle.
Okay. Either try this one first up there. There's also places with ice cream shit. They might have
Stop that. Awesome. Thank you. I think these reactions have to do with the fact of not every day do you get asked in your job where you're selling clothing if you can find a pickle. It was more of a confused reaction or an irritated reaction, not one of just amused or anything. It was either really confused, entertained sometimes, or really irritated. After I finished breaking the social norm, I can't really say of how I felt. It was cool. I enjoyed doing it. I guess I was happy that what I did actually managed to work part of the time. I was worried that I wouldn't have anyone walk up to me or anything because mine was based on how I reacted to the first step. And if I didn't have anyone they asked me, I couldn't do anything, so it didn't work as I had hoped, but it worked better than it could have went. The task was harder than I expected in some ways and easier than I expected in other ways. It wasn't as hard for me to get up the courage to break the social norm as I thought it might have been. But on the other hand, actually being able to break the social norm was a little harder. How I planned on collecting data was, one, I wanted to make sure I had all the videos so I could tell if like female, male, remember the age by using the videos and remember all. It's a little difficult to do only because sometimes I didn't get the ability to break the norm, and when that happened I didn't know how to collect data from it. Something I noticed though is that the larger the store, the less likely I got walked up to, but if it was like one of those smaller stores, almost immediately someone walked up to me to ask if, oh, can I help you with anything? I walked around Macy's probably for like 20 minutes and didn't have like anyone ask me like anything, including like those makeup people that like bother you all the time when you walk in. So that was a little interesting. I was kind of hoping for something more on that. I plan on collecting data by just kind of paying attention, going back to the videos I took. I learned from this activity that people at like clothing stores or anything like that in a mall get really irritated really quickly. Like most of them don't enjoy their job. And those who do, you can tell because they're totally chill with you. Like they'll help you out even if it's not something you need to help out in their store. That's about it. Awesome. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever you did while you were probably doing a bunch of other stuff. Toodles.